Good evening, everyone, and thanks for joining us. I'm Peter Dubois. First tonight, a 67-year-old man was found dead after a fire in Baileyville. According to Department of Public Safety spokesperson Shannon Moss, Baileyville's fire department responded to a fire at 24 Summit Street. Firefighters discovered the body of an adult inside the home. Investigators from the fire marshal's office were contacted and began an investigation. According to a release, the deceased is believed to be 67-year-old Craig Thompson. The body has been transported to the office of the chief medical examiner in Augusta. An autopsy is expected to be conducted to confirm the identity and cause of death. Authorities are still investigating, but there is no indication of foul play at this time. Meanwhile, there's a problem that really stinks in Livermore, literally. People are complaining about litter and feces in the area of Bretton's Pond, which is only supposed to be open for residents. As Megan Wilgus reports, town leaders and neighbors say it's disgusting and something should be done.
Oh, it's beautiful. You can see all the way up the lake.
Lorraine Woodard has lived across the street from Bretton's Pond since 1964.
I made the blueprints and we had the house made.
Woodard tells me she used to love walking along the beach here when she was younger, but wouldn't dare go here now after seeing people dump trash into the water and hearing about needles in the sand.
I can't understand it. I remember when I was a kid, I would go down and walk all over down there. People were swimming, because I don't swim, and everything, and it was so clean.
Administrative Assistant Aaron Miller says the town has received complaints about trash and feces at the beach for the past 4 years, including a report of a dead cat in 2018. He says this year they have received 3 complaints, one from Nickerson Septic, who claimed something that was thrown into the porta potty clogged up suction on the septic truck. He wrote in a statement, the board is currently weighing options, including fencing off the area, installing gates, and hiring an attendant.
It's nice for a boat launch, but fine, make it a boat launch. Make no swimming there.
The Bretton's Pond Association says they have yet to be contacted this year about trash and feces complaints. The president of the association, Churchill Barton, says they participate in a volunteer lake monitoring program where members check water clarity throughout the open water season. When contacted about the recent complaints, he wrote in a statement, the BPA plans to discuss the matter at their annual meeting later this month. The next select board meeting is on August 16th at 6:30 p.m. and the public is encouraged to attend.
The Maine Central program has opened registration for its annual coastal cleanup. Taking place throughout the month of September, participants can volunteer their time to help clean up Maine's coastal shores and waterfronts. Once registered with their designated location, the Department of Marine Resources will remove the location from the available sites on the online registration portal. Prior to the date of the cleanup, site coordinators will be sent a package with all the necessary resources to collect and record trash. Department of Marine Resources Senior Planner Teresa Torrance says helping out with this initiative is more important now than ever.
The impacts of trash on the marine environment, particularly now that a majority of our trash is plastics-based, the trash has a very lasting impact when in the ocean.
The International Coastal Cleanup was created 35 years ago to address the problem of trash in our oceans and coasts. Plymouth town members say it's been a long time coming following the official groundbreaking of the new fire station there on Friday. Former firemen, town officials, and Plymouth residents gathered together, showing that the new fire station approval was really a community effort. The fire department only has volunteers at this time, but Fire Chief Tyler Dean says he hopes the new building will appeal to potential employees. After 5 years
the roof
of
got
planning,
bad and water inside, and it got black mold, and the building was just not savable.
The residents of this town are the best. It's a small community. We only have like 1,400 people here. But the people here in town realize how important the fire department is to the community.
Well, the town expects the new fire station to be complete by the spring of 2023. The Plymouth Fire Department will share space with the Detroit Fire Department during construction. Meanwhile, Attorney General Aaron Fry has announced a new hire. Anna Love will serve as the new Chief of Investigations Division for the Attorney General's office. Love is the first woman to ever serve in this role. She comes from the Department of Public Safety as a veteran investigator there. Love began her 25-year tenure with the Maine State Police as a trooper. She was nominated for Trooper of the Year 3 times, both as a trooper and detective. She was the first female lieutenant to run the Maine Information and Analysis Center and also oversaw the Academy and special teams for the Maine State Police. Attorney General Fry said, quote, "She brings a depth of experience and strength of leadership that will serve our office and our state well," end quote. She was sworn in on Monday, August 1st. The U.S. Department of Agriculture has invested $14.5 million into 2 outreach programs for new Maine farmers and ranchers. The new initiative offers support by 2 producers, in navigating tax season. $10 million will be allocated for agriculture-oriented taxpayer education. The other $4.5 million will head to the Conservation Reserve Program's Transition Incentives Program. These programs help with access to land for beginning and disadvantaged farmers as well as ranchers. According to the release, both efforts help advance equity and access to USDA programs and agriculture. For more information on the programs offered, you can check out the USDA's website. Versant Power is planning on increasing its rates. However, the announcement is drawing criticism from various state officials. Devin Dagnalt has more.
Versant Power has made the announcement that they will be pursuing a rate increase of 9%, which amounts to an additional $10.50 a month, or about $126 a year for the average residential ratepayer. Judy Long, Versant Power's manager of communications, says that they are requesting the hike in order to continue to make improvements like the outdated metering system, which is responsible for determining a customer's power usage so that they can be accurately billed. Long also says that Versant will work to decrease the rate and durations of power outages in northern Maine. Critics, however, doubt the company's need for the rate increase and are challenging it. Among them is Maine's public advocate, William Harwood.
We recognize that it takes resources, and there are 2 goals here. One is to keep the rates low, but the other goal is to keep the lights on. There's 160,000 families there served by Versant Power. And it's important that they have the resources to keep the lights on, keep the power on, keep the service on. And so we will be looking carefully at that and making sure that ratepayers aren't paying a penny more than they need to.
Despite all this, Versant plans on implementing the rate increase by the summer of 2020.
So we know that as part of this process, there's going to be a hard look taken to make sure that people understand and verify that these are prudent investments. And we welcome that opportunity. The more people get involved, the more people understand what they're paying for, that's better. And we have confidence that what we're doing is right for the residents of Maine.
For now, Versant's announcement remains just that, an announcement. The company has 60 days to file a formal request with the Public Utilities Commission, which they plan on doing. In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22.
All right, and as we turn our attention to the outdoors, it was a very warm day out there. We had our On the Road show, and we were sweating a little bit during that, but things have cooled down a little bit as of right now. Will they continue to cool off? Well, we'll turn things over to take a look at our first forecast.
Thank you, Peter. Your first weather is brought to you by Goose River Farm Meat Store. Now get into the temperatures today. They were scorching hot out there. In Bangor, we're sitting at 89 degrees, almost touching 90. And then near the coast was a little cooler, 84 in Bar Harbor and 82 in Rockland. And you can see we had some cooler temperatures to the north of us in the mid-70s. Other than that, it was pretty hot in our area in Bangor. I hope you guys were out there enjoying the weather today. But looking at the radar, we do have some small passing showers right now. They're traveling east-southeast right above Bangor. Other than that, nothing too severe in our area, so it should clear out by tonight. And then looking at our overnight planner, we can see we're in the lower 70s at the beginning of the night. As we get to the morning, it'll be in the upper 60s with partly cloudy skies in the morning. Peter?
All righty, thanks, Chase. And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, Congressman Jared Golden asks for $7 million in funding for the University of Maine's Advanced Manufacturing Center. And the town of Skowhegan works with the Maine Department of Transportation to design community improvements there. We'll have those stories and much more after this short break.
Up and Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
Wherever you are, whether you're ready or not, it's coming. With a purpose, with persistence, with the power to change the way you live. So you don't have to change the way you live. Generac automatic standby generators. Control your power, control your life. Visit Generac.com.
I'm Jim with Lowry & Associates. Winning car accident cases is what we do. Check out a few of our big wins.
I broke my leg, and they got me $205,000. What did the twos do for you?
I injured my back, and they got me $300,000. What did the twos do for you?
I broke multiple bones, and Lowry & Associates got me $700,000.
Call the twos. We win for you.
If you're hurt in an accident, what do? Call 222-2222.
At Spectrum Mobile, you get unlimited for $29.99 a month per line for 2 or more lines. Let's say you need 3 lines for your business. Did you just say $29.99 per line per month? That's what I was going to say. Or maybe you need 4 lines for your family. Or 5, or 6. Each line is only $29.99. Maybe that's why they're the nation's fastest growing mobile provider. Or maybe it's this smile. We don't know. The numbers aren't in. Spectrum Mobile. Unlimited and nationwide 5G for just $29.99. Call, click, or visit a Spectrum store near you today.
Aaron Judge and the Yankees battle Nolan Arenado and the Cardinals. Baseball Night in America, Saturday at 7 Eastern on Fox.
Up and Smoke Fireworks is family-owned with a huge selection including Brothers and Showtime, Time Bandit, and Black Hat brands. We will share our knowledge with you, then go have a blast. Up and Smoke Fireworks, 173 West Main Street, Searsport.
We are the first family of country music. Our family is all secrets in life.
What did you do?
If there's a hell, I booked my ticket years ago. Just watch.
Monarch series premiere September 11th on Fox.
Welcome back. Congressman Jared Golden has asked for $7 million in funding for the University of Maine's Advanced Manufacturing Center with hopes of expanding program advances throughout the state. UMaine's Advanced Manufacturing Center works with companies to collaborate on research as well as economic development. Students are able to gain hands-on experience working on industry projects. The funding would establish 3 manufacturing training innovation centers in partnership with Southern Maine Community College. The unique program aims to train the next generation while also attracting younger families to Maine.
Maine is still very much a manufacturing state, small-scale manufacturing. Over time, I think the goal is for Maine to be regionally, but even nationally recognized as a place where you want to come to study if you want to get into the forest products industry.
The funding is really critical to be able to put the new technologies in. These technologies are not inexpensive.
Golden was able to secure money through a funding bill passed in the House last month and is now working with the United States Senate to gain complete approval. Meanwhile, the town of Skowhegan is working with the Maine Department of Transportation in a collaborative effort to develop and also implement a design plan for improvements in its community. The program, called the Village Partnership Initiative, is taking a comprehensive approach to several projects going on in the village area. Board of Selectmen member Stephen Gavoni says instead of tackling each project individually, the initiative focuses on multiple projects at once and how they would interact with each other.
We're talking about pedestrian traffic, we're talking about bicycle traffic, we're talking about vehicle traffic, which includes the truck traffic. So how do we make all that work with all these fantastic projects that we have going throughout our village area?
Some of their desired outcomes include a safer downtown that eases traffic congestion and also slows down traffic speeds, connectivity of green spaces, parks and multi-use trail networks, and a more business-friendly commercial district. For more information on the initiative, you can go to buildskowhegan.com. And still to come on the 10 p.m. news on Fox 22, vertical farming becomes a growing trend as farmers seek ways to reduce the environmental impact of agriculture. And the Biden administration declares monkeypox a public health emergency, requiring states to provide data to the CDC. We'll have those stories and much more after this.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Make the most of your waterfront with a Shoremaster dock system from Hammond Lumber Company. Shoremaster docks and boat lifts have been the trusted choice for decades. With Shoremaster, you get the expert product knowledge and first-class service you've come to expect from Hammond Lumber. Hammond is the country's largest stocking Shoremaster dealer, so you won't wait to get the dock system you want. Hammond delivers from any of their locations across Maine and New Hampshire with professional service after the sale. Your dream waterfront begins with Shoremaster from Hammond Lumber Company.
Think easier, like, come on, what can I do to help you, hon?
Yes! Yes! Get out! Andy! Get out of my room! Get out!
You're not lying. I didn't say anything. Yes, you did. What did you say? I didn't.
Come to the Belfast Harbor Fest, August 19th through the 21st at the Steamboat Landing Park on Commercial Street in Belfast. There's something for everyone with a full weekend of boat building, races, great food, music, and more. Join these local businesses for the celebration. Goose River Farm on Belmont Avenue in Belfast, GRF Real Estate Company on Belmont Avenue in Belfast, and Riptide Smoke Shop, voted Waldo County Business of the Year 2017 and 2019 through 2022.
As good as it gets. It's gone! Oh my goodness! Sensation!
MLB returns to the Field of Dreams when the Cubs take on the Reds, August 11th on Fox.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
If you've been injured in an accident, tell them you mean business.
Senator Chuck Schumer denies economic experts' analysis, saying Democrats' spending legislation will add to inflation. It comes as the Senate Majority Leader tees up a weekend session to push the bill through the Senate. Fox's Chad Pergram is on Capitol Hill with the latest.
Whether the bill fuels inflation depends on who you talk to.
The Democrats are at it again, trying to raise taxes and increase government spending at a time of high inflation and a time of recession.
More than 200 economists, including Nobel laureate Vernon Smith and former Trump Council of Economic Advisors Chairman Kevin Hassett, warn that the U.S. is at a, quote, dangerous crossroads. They argue the bill spikes inflation.
They're wrong. I don't know who that list was. It's as plain as the nose on your face that this will reduce inflation.
The economists are all over the map on this one. It is because they disagree on the supply response from the spending that's associated with that bill.
After a week of behind-the-scenes arm-twisting, Schumer is confident all 50 Democrats support the legislation.
We're feeling pretty good.
Schumer cut a deal with the lone holdout Arizona Democrat Kyrsten Sinema. She refused to support what liberals call a tax loophole for big investors and hedge fund managers.
Senator Sinema said she would not vote for the bill, not even move to proceed unless we took it out, so we had no choice.
But to court progressives, Democrats slapped $74 billion in new taxes on firms which buy back their own stocks. Republicans say moderates Joe Manchin and Sinema caved to the left. Republicans are making things personal, targeting the duo with gotcha amendments, dealing with the border and gas prices in this weekend's marathon vote series.
So what will Vote-A-Rama be like? It'll be like hell. They deserve this.
These votes are going to be hard votes for the Democrats.
The Vote-A-Rama goes around the clock. Bill opponents often start strong, but wear down.
Ultimately, at some point, everybody throws up their hands and says, this is enough.
The Senate may need all weekend to pass the bill. All bets are off if a single Democrat tests positive for COVID. The House plans to vote on the bill next Friday. On Capitol Hill, Chad Pergram, Fox News.
Meanwhile, China took direct diplomatic retaliatory action against the U.S., cutting ties on issues ranging from climate policy to military relations. The escalation is the latest in a series of steps intended to punish Washington for allowing House Speaker Nancy Pelosi to visit Taiwan. This as Beijing shows no let-up in the country's unprecedented military action in the seas surrounding the island. Fox's Greg Palcott has more.
China firing with both barrels, unleashing diplomatic broadsides against the U.S. as it continues its military exercises around Taiwan. The island's Air Force jets scrambling as Chinese warplanes and warships cross the median line in the strait separating China and Taiwan, a key buffer zone. China says its forces are rehearsing a blockade of Taiwan, a precursor to any possible invasion of the island Beijing claims for itself. This still supposedly in response to Nancy Pelosi's visit to Taiwan earlier this week.
China has chosen to overreact and use Speaker Pelosi's visit as a pretext to increase provocative military activity in and around the Taiwan Strait.
But today Beijing went further. President Xi's regime saying it will cut contacts with the U.S. on a range of issues. Most importantly, dialogue and cooperation between defense leaders, military officials, maritime security chiefs. Plus talks on everything from climate change to immigration to cross-border crime. As the Chinese military muscles in on Taiwan, it is warning the U.S. to stay away.
We wish to issue a warning. The United States, do not act rashly. The United States, do not create a greater crisis.
Right now, Washington is acting carefully, admitting the USS Ronald Reagan Aircraft Carrier Group is indeed monitoring China's military moves at a distance from Taiwan, and summoning to the White House for a verbal rebuke for China's actions, Beijing's ambassador to the U.S., Qin Gang. Still, even though China also slapped with sanctions Speaker Pelosi and her family for provocative behavior, on the last stop of her Asia tour in Japan, she sounded defiant.
They may try to keep Taiwan from visiting or participating in other places, but they will not isolate Taiwan by preventing us to travel there.
With 2 more days to go in the Taiwan military exercises, experts worry all this could be the new normal for a tougher China.
White House National Security Council spokesperson John Kirby branded China's moves to cut ties with the U.S. as fundamentally irresponsible and said the U.S. remains ready to keep open the lines of communication with Beijing. Right now, at least, the two sides seem to be talking at cross purposes, with potentially dangerous results. In London, Greg Palcott, Fox News.
Well, there's another public health emergency in America. This time, it's for monkeypox as the virus spreads quickly across the country. Fox's Steve Harrigan has more from Atlanta.
There's a new public health emergency in the U.S., the feds making the declaration for monkeypox on Thursday in order to bolster the response to the outbreak that has infected almost 27,000 people around the world. More than 7,000 of those are cases here in the U.S., the most of any country. The White House is in the process of sending out some 800,000 vaccine doses, with even more expected in the coming weeks, following complaints of shortages and long lines at clinics across the country.
Do we wish we had more vaccines? Of course. But there's one company, and right now what we're working on is expanding their manufacturing capacity.
The emergency declaration will allow HHS to spend emergency funds fighting the outbreak and also require positive tests to be reported to the CDC, providing a more complete picture of exactly who is getting infected, with most cases so far being concentrated among gay and bisexual men.
Men who have sex with men is the predominant number of cases. Could it spread into the larger community? Yes, but it's very difficult to contract monkeypox.
And members of that community are mostly welcoming the public health emergency, claiming the federal response has been slow and vaccines are not getting to the people who need the most.
I would say the community right now is pretty scared, unnerved. A lot of my friends are they're remaining celibate right now.
That health emergency is scheduled to expire in 90 days, but can be extended if necessary. In Atlanta, Steve Harrigan, Fox News.
It's a growing trend, growing crops vertically rather than horizontally. Fox's Madeline Rivera has more on how some farmers are reimagining agriculture from the ground up with what's known as vertical farming.
At first glance, you might not think much of this stack of bins. That's not the case for Darren Thompson.
I think about lunch. That's what I think about when I see all the different crops here.
The plants also present possibilities. They're produced through vertical farming, a process where crops are grown on top of each other rather than in traditional horizontal rows. Bowery Farming is the largest vertical farming company in the country, with a goal to grow food more sustainably.
How do you use less of the Earth's precious resources to serve whatever market you're trying to serve?
Vertical farms use less space and water, an advantage as the West tackles an historic drought that has left farmers struggling. In the controlled environment, plants grow faster as well, and the facilities can be built practically anywhere, cutting delivery distance and time, crucial as supply chain disruptions continue to hamper distribution.
We deliver with our own trucks directly to the distribution centers of our big customers.
This industrial building in New Jersey houses just one of Bowery's vertical farms throughout the country, and they have more plans to expand. But the industry has its challenges too, from costs to energy use.
The supplemental lighting, LED lighting, ventilation in these buildings, the cost can be really prohibitive, and the energy efficiency is fairly low.
However, Bowery says their farms run on renewable energy. They expect vertical farming to become more common as technology improves and the industry innovates.
Once you've cracked the code, it really is transformational.
Planting the seeds now for the crops of tomorrow. In Kearney, New Jersey, Madeline Rivera, Fox News.
And still to come on Fox 22 News at 10, we'll tell you why bicyclists from more than 30 states will be traveling to Bangor. And today, hundreds gathered for the opening of the Jim Robinson Fieldhouse in Dover Foxcroft. We'll be right back.
Lego Masters is back. We are going to blow your minds.
Lego Masters premieres September 21st on Fox.
Next up to bat for the next homies, Luke. Don't strike out this year when selling your home. Hit a home run. Get Luked and get sold with Next Home Experience today.
Shopping for a used vehicle? What's important to you? At Down East Toyota, we listen and we deliver with Toyota certified used vehicles.
Customers want newer, low-mileage vehicles thoroughly inspected with no surprises.
Warranties, roadside assistance, and Carfax history reports.
New car financing rates for qualified buyers.
Used Toyotas have a great reputation, and we have them.
The best new cars make the best used cars.
All roads lead to Down East for Toyota certified used vehicles on Wilson Street in Brewer.
The signs of summer are here. The sun's out for the evening commute. Whistles and clapping echo from the ball field. And a day at the lake brings the family together. Valley Home Services offers whole home comfort, serving northern Maine to Portland. Choose from Daikin, Fujitsu, or Mitsubishi heat pumps, and you'll be ready for whatever summer brings. Humid days or cool nights, come home to comfort with Valley Home Services. Home is our middle name.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ presents the latest in photo booth technology with the all-new 2022 Air Booth. Print out everyone's pictures in beautiful full-color photos and have them sent directly to your phone. The new Air Booth is available for weddings, birthdays, class reunions, anniversaries, and corporate events with some of the best and most fun props around. You can book the Air Booth, Limousine, and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deals. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ. ABC 7, Fox 22, Tossie's Checkout and Convenience Store, and Marilyn Monroe Spas want to send you to see Pitbull live in concert on his Can't Stop Us Now summer tour with special guest Iggy Azalea Thursday, August 11th at the Main Savings Amphitheater in Bangor. Sign up to win tickets by registering at Tossie's Checkout and Convenience Store in Glenburn. Stop by and check us out. And Marilyn Monroe Spas in the Broadway Shopping Plaza, Bangor. Win tickets to see Pitbull August 11th on the Bangor waterfront.
Looking for your dream home? Contact a Next Homie today and see what's available right now. Sellers, get ready to get looped and get sold. With Next Home Experience, we have your buyers.
Welcome back. Main Street Skowhegan recently established a program for those hoping to improve on their skills in the business world. Our Dylan Holloway stopped by the Skowhegan Center for Entrepreneurship and gives us a closer look.
The Skowhegan Center for Entrepreneurship is one of the latest creations from Main Street Skowhegan. The center was created to serve the needs of local entrepreneurs and business owners. Business Relations Manager Patrick Moore says Main Street Skowhegan realized during COVID that additional support was needed to help out the town's local businesses.
So in 2021, Main Street Skowhegan started a business needs assessment and did some outreach. We talked to about 135 different businesses, and from that survey, we realized an entrepreneurial center would be a great benefit for the community.
Moore says business owners identified challenges they face, as well as training programs and activities they would like to see.
Primarily more networking opportunities. They want to see conference space because there's not really a place to hold meetings in Skowhegan. So the center serves that purpose, and we've been seeing an increase in that too. So it's nice to see that happening.
The center opened its doors in April of this year, and Moore says several plans are in the works for future workshops. He says one such program is the upcoming 7-week business lab, which starts October 1st.
So really designed as a high-paced course for aspiring entrepreneurs or current business owners looking to start a new product or another service, and really testing it to see if it's viable for the market and helping them through that process.
For more information on the center, visit SkowheganEntrepreneurship.com. Reporting from Skowhegan, I'm Dylan Holloway for ABC7 and Fox 22.
Bicyclists from more than 30 states will be making their way to Bangor to take part in a much-anticipated race. Our Matthew Jurancic has more.
This weekend, hundreds of bicyclists from across the United States will be riding in this year's Gran Fondo Hincapie Bicyclist Challenge. Maine Sports Commission's Associate Director Mike Garino is proud of how everything came together for this year's race.
We're pretty excited. This has come together brilliantly, and the city of Bangor was so welcoming. Number of volunteers are good, always could use more. And so, yeah, we're pretty pumped. We're excited. It's coming together nice.
Partnering with various towns in Penobscot and Hancock counties, the South Carolina-based company Hincapie designs high-end cycling apparel and puts on events like this one taking place in Bangor. Company president Rich Hincapie says the event provides an all-inclusive environment that promotes friendly competition.
It's non-intimidating, so people can go at their leisurely pace where they can race it if they like. And it's really a festival not only for the participants to enjoy, but the family members at the festival with food and music and drink.
Participants have the choice of either biking 80, 52, or even 15 miles, starting at the Bangor waterfront and ending in Castine. Following the ride, participants and their families can celebrate at the Gran Fondo Hincapie Family Festival with free food and beverages. Ohio native David Cox, he made the trip to Maine to ride in honor of a close friend.
It's actually, it's bittersweet. We had a friend of ours, a dear friend, who crashed and died on a training camp about 3 years ago. And his son lives about an hour away from here in Waterville. And so when we saw this event, we took it as an opportunity to stop and visit with him because it would have been his father's birthday this Saturday.
And of all the locations that Hincapies looked at, it was the greater Bangor area they fell in love with.
It's good for us, like I said before, to showcase a beautiful area that we've never been to before, and really just open up people's eyes to how nice the city is.
And as you can see right behind me, this is where the 2022 Hincapie event starting line will be, where 600 bicyclists will be riding, and they are expecting more than 1,000 next year. Reporting from Bangor, Matthew Jurancic, ABC7 and Fox 22.
Well, millions of Americans are under heat advisories as warmer temperatures hit the Northeast. Meanwhile, the cleanup continues after last week's devastating floods in Kentucky. Fox Weather's Robert Ray has more.
More than a week after catastrophic floods swept through eastern Kentucky, communities are still cleaning up piles of mud and debris. Thousands have sought shelter, leaving many to wonder what's next.
We know we can get the material objects back.
It's the lives that matter.
The National Weather Service says this area could see more rain through Saturday, which may lead to additional flooding in communities where roads and bridges have been washed away. Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear says frequent wellness checks are taking place as the region braces for more rain.
These folks have worked night and day for the last 8 days. They're getting supplies all across the board.
The devastating weather stretched across the country this week. At least 2 people are dead and 2 others injured after lightning struck Lafayette Park near the White House Thursday night. Park police and Secret Service officers witnessed the strike and performed CPR on the victims.
Their officers witnessed this lightning strike and immediately began to render aid to the 4 victims, which is very critical in helping with survivability.
And millions of people across the Northeast are facing heat advisories over the next few days. Forecasters say the warm temps and high humidity could fuel intense thunderstorms.
Don't go too crazy and try to stay in the shade.
Meanwhile, President Biden and the First Lady will travel to the devastated areas here in Kentucky next week. In Neon, Kentucky, Robert Ray, Fox Weather.
Just a great reminder to stay cool and hydrated all weekend long. It's going to be very warm. And for more on that, Chase Ropanak is in next with our full 5-day forecast.
All right, it was another hot day out there with some warm temperatures. Bangor almost touching 90. Is it going to cool down soon? I'll have more of that coming right up.
It's your car, it's your SUV, it's your truck. Experience the pre-owned difference with a huge selection of over 500 used vehicles at Quirk Motor City Used Vehicle Center, 377 Hogan Road, Bangor.
It's your car. Find it at Quirk Motor City.
When I married my late husband, who was a widower, I took on his beautiful daughters as my own. The chaos of raising 5 girls while working full-time didn't exactly prepare me to govern during turbulent times, but it helped. I learned to listen and work together because no one has a monopoly on solutions in a family or in a state. That's why we brought Democrats, Republicans, and Independents together to move Maine forward. Girls, some things just don't change.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
To go down. Bangor, Maine. It's time. Pitbull. Can't Stop Us Now tour. I don't know about you, but I feel good. Pitbull, the party of a lifetime. With special guest Iggy Azalea. Maine Savings Amphitheater, August 11th. Get tickets now at waterfrontconcerts.com. For more, hit pitbullmusic.com. Fireball.
It's your GMC. Find it at Quirk.
Niecy Nash hosts the new music game show where you guess the lyrics or it's bye, bye, bye. You are killing it! Don't forget the lyrics. All new Monday on Fox.
All right, your Maine weather is brought to you by Varney Ford. Varney Ford in Newport gives 1 full year maintenance on every new and used vehicle they sell. Come visit them and see their huge selection of cars and trucks. The nice car and truck people. All right, looking at the temperatures, it was scorching hot out there today, almost touching 90 in Bangor. We had cooler temps towards the coast, 84 in Bar Harbor, 82 in Rockland, and it was actually pretty little cooler up north in the mid-70s. Tomorrow, those should ramp up. As we move on, we can see that the temperatures do increase up north. We can see by Clayton Lake it will be 84, but it'll be around the same in our area in Bangor, 87 tomorrow. So the heat is going to stick around for just a little bit longer. As we look into the temperature trend, we can see by Sunday we're going to be hitting 94 degrees, very above average for this time of year. And then by Monday, it's going to cool down quite a bit into the mid to upper 70s. And by Thursday, we'll be hitting our average temperatures for this time of year at around 81 degrees. Looking at the Muggy meter, we can see that It's a little muggy out there right now. It's very humid by midday Saturday, or actually going into Sunday morning, and then it will drop down to comfortable dew point temperatures in the 50s and a little bit above, maybe touching 60 by Monday through Wednesday. So the beginning of next week will be a very comfortable time to be outside and outdoors. Looking at the radar right now from afar, nothing really too much in our area. We do have a low pressure system moving northeast out of our area. It's bringing a few scattered showers and thunderstorms closer in our area. We can see we have some passing right over north of Bangor right now. They're traveling east-southeast. Other than that, nothing too severe with these storms. As we look into tomorrow, we can see we actually do get a little bit of rainfall throughout the day Saturday. Other than that, most of this is just some drizzle and virga on the radar. So nothing to worry about there. No severe weather incoming. With the wind speeds right now, we can see down by the coastline, it's gotten a lot calmer down there. Only 6 miles per hour by Bar Harbor, and around Bangor, it's in as well 6 miles per hour. So very calm wind coming in. So it's been a delightful day with the winds out there, nothing too windy. So going into tonight's forecast, we have a low of 67 degrees. May have a few passing scattered showers and thunderstorms going through our area, and the winds will be pretty calm tonight. Looking into tomorrow, we have a high of 86. It'll be hot again out there. Partly cloudy skies with some more breezy winds moving in from the southeast at 10 to 20 miles per hour. And then as we go into our extended forecast for this week, we can see that Saturday we have a low of 70. Sunday will be pretty hot out there with a high of 94 and a slight thunderstorm chance. And then Monday through Wednesday, Monday through Tuesday, we'll have a good rain chance coming in, which will drop the temperatures down to the upper 70s. And then Wednesday will clear up with mostly cloudy skies and a high of 79. Peter?
So a very, very hot weekend on the way, but nice to catch a break once the following week starts. Thanks so much for that, Chase, and remember to stay hydrated. Sports coming up next with Dave Beck. Stay with us.
You don't just go to work. You do the work. And it shows. You're committed to training and inspiring others. And you play as hard as you work. For that, you need a vehicle as strong as you are to get you where you want to go. Dedication. That's a Varney value, and one you'll find at Varney Buick GMC, Hogan Road, Bangor.
You don't have to worry about gas prices with the new Kia from Van Sickle. Choose from the affordable 2022 Kia Forte EPA at 39 miles per gallon or the Kia Niro Hybrid EPA rated at 53 mpg. The new all-wheel drive Kia Sorento plug-in hybrid EPA rated at 79 mpge. Or check out the stunning all-new all-wheel drive 2023 Kia Sportage and get the peace of mind that comes with Kia's 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty. The best in the business.
The best cars, the best prices, and the best warranty. I'm Peter Van Sickle. I guarantee it.
Help Maine children win the fight against cancer by supporting the Heroes Hope Healing McDonald's Golf Classic, presented by Bangor Savings Bank. To date, the event has raised more than $500,000 to support Northern Light Pediatric Cancer Care. In addition, the McDonald's Golf Classic supports Camp Hope, a free summer camp for children with cancer or blood disorders. You can help support the kids by registering or donating today at mcdonaldshhgc.org.
The $1 Million Music Guessing Game is back.
Beat Shazam!
With the best dad and daughter team.
Dad, do not embarrass me.
Beat Shazam, part of $1 Million Music Mondays on Fox.
Welcome back, everyone. Well, the idea to build a new field house at Foxcroft Academy was born back in 2017. Now, 5 years and a pandemic later, the Ponies were finally able to cut the ribbon and celebrate the grand opening of their brand new facility. Hundreds of people from the Dover Foxcroft community and beyond gathered on the newly dedicated Gene Philpo Field to officially open the Jim Robinson Fieldhouse. When it was all said and done, the project cost north of $7 million. The Lieber Foundation and Robinson himself helped jumpstart the effort, but in total, over 400 donors came together to show their support for FA athletics.
I found this community to be so supportive of their kids, parents, even community members that didn't have kids. This school was like the center of town.
We are so proud of it. We feel very blessed and fortunate to be able to use this facility and certainly, hopefully, take our teams to the next level.
Now, the space spans roughly 80,000 square feet, and it's more than just a turf field. It has batting cages, a 3-lane track. It even has a sand pit for jumping. Now, the goal was to make it a multifunctional facility across a variety of different sports, but also a space that the entire community could use and one that could bring economic benefits to the area as a whole.
This whole county, the whole area is they need a facility where they can continue on, good weather, bad weather.
We're going to host indoor field hockey tournaments, indoor soccer tournaments, 7-on-7 football, and so people are going to start traveling this way instead of going to southern Maine or even Bangor.
Now, just a couple of years I've been around. I've seen a lot of athletic communities, and it's honestly hard to find one more passionate about their athletics than those up in Dover. I will say, though, the strength of Maine's track and field and also running as a whole, that community has always impressed me as well. For 2 years, they made the most of a virtual run, specifically in place of the annual Beach to Beacon 10K. But this year, they'll be together again.
For the first time since 2019, the TD Beach to Beacon is back.
I think it'll be just very moving, to be honest with you.
Race founder and Maine legend Joan Benoit Samuelson is elated to have the runners back in person after 2 years of virtual runs due to the pandemic.
Feeling great, and I think Saturday's going to be a very joyous occasion for a lot of people because I haven't seen a lot of my friends in the running community because of COVID.
This year's international field will be a bit smaller due to health and safety protocols, but there will still be plenty of talent coming to Maine.
We're celebrating 50 years of Title IX with a very strong women's field. You'll see some of the best distance runners in the country here, as well as a few other women from Japan and Africa. We're coming off a world championship here in the United States out in Eugene, Oregon, so some of those runners will be coming as well.
Next year will mark the Beach to Beacon silver anniversary, a milestone Joni never imagined.
No, I just had this vision of bringing the best runners in the world as well as the local community of runners to some of the most beautiful roads in the country.
She says her gold medal run at the 1984 Summer Olympics paved the way.
Now it's time to give back to a sport that's given so much to me, a sport and a community, and this idea was hatched.
And when the horn sounds on Saturday, Joan will see her dream come true once again. In Cape Elizabeth, Dave Eade, ABC 7 Fox 22 Sports.
Just a great event. Best of luck to all the runners participating on Saturday. And let's stay in Portland now because the Maine Mariners have sort of become a meeting ground for Maine hockey alum. Ben Guite served as head coach, of course. We've seen J.D. Greenway, Edward Trailmax lace it up this past year. And now another familiar name is joining the club. It's former Maine hockey captain Mitch Fossier. He signed a contract with the Bruins ECHL affiliate, adding to the 4 Black Bear alumni to play for Portland last season. Fossier spent last year playing in Slovakia. He scored 15 goals while notching 12 assists in 38 games. Now he returns to Maine for the first time since graduating in 2020. While in Orono, Fossier led the team in scoring his sophomore, junior, and senior seasons. And we're looking forward to speaking with Mitch sometime next week to get his perspective on going from Maine to across the pond to Slovakia and now coming back to Portland to hopefully start a professional career in the States. Alrighty, that's sports. We'll be right back after the break.
Durable, sturdy, stylish. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find solid wood, built to last, made in Maine dressers, bureaus, and nightstands. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
At Bouchard Cleaning, rebuilding and restoring means more than just another job. To us, it's about bringing back cherished memories, restoring unforgettable moments in time, and giving hope when all was thought to be lost. For over 35 years, our mission has remained the same. You keep the memories, we'll handle the rest. Statewide commercial and residential services. Bouchard Cleaning and Restoration.
Something exciting is happening at Otelco. We've been talking about our investment in fiber internet a lot lately. $33 million invested, 455 miles of fiber to 43,000 main homes. Now we have even more good news. We're joining together with GoNet Speed and taking our mission to expand fiber to a whole new level. It's the fastest possible internet, and this is just the beginning. Visit otelco.com/good news to learn more.
Hey, Red Sox fans, you've got to play You Pick 'em Red Sox at foxbangor.com. Local weekly winners receive prizes. Register now at foxbangor.com. You Pick 'em Red Sox is sponsored by Twin City Tint in Brewer, Comfort Shoes and More in Newport, Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor, and Twin City Tile in Brewer.
You want to feel important. You want to be a part of something bigger, something that matters and can help change things.
You want to feel like you belong. We know. We felt that way too, and that's why we did something about it.
We aren't just Army National Guard soldiers.
We are normal people just like you.
And together, we can make a difference.
Take on your legacy. Visit NationalGuard.com to find out more.
Comfy, cozy, relaxing. Not Joe. Joe's Furniture. Joe's Furniture Warehouse in Newport is the place to find rockers, recliners, sofas, and easy chairs. Quality furniture, affordable prices. Not your average Joe. Joe's Furniture Warehouse, Grogan Avenue in Newport.
Don't miss the So You Think You Could Dance finale.
The energy is in the room.
Who will be America's favorite dancer?
The best dancer wins.
So You Think You Can Dance season finale Wednesday on Fox.
Welcome back. A major movie star is headed to the small screen. A pop superstar puts rumors to rest, and more. Here's Fox's Ashley Dvorkin with the latest from the Hollywood Nation.
This, I promise you, won't come between us.
Outlander expands, Reeves leads, and Mother Monster confirms in the Hollywood Nation. Lady Gaga is officially on board to co-star in the Joker sequel. After months of speculation, the superstar entertainer confirmed on social media she will play alongside Joaquin Phoenix in Joker Folie à Deux. It arrives in theaters October 4th, 2024. Keanu Reeves booked his first major TV role. The John Wick star will lead the series adaptation of the best-selling novel Devil in the White City for Hulu. He will play legendary architect Daniel H. Burnham, who designed the 1893 Chicago World's Fair. Reeves will also serve as executive producer alongside Martin Scorsese and Leonardo DiCaprio. Lady A's Request Line tour will be delayed until next year. The country trio announced they are postponing the upcoming scheduled show dates to help band member Charles Kelly get sober. The trek was set to kick off with a pair of shows August 13th and 14th at Nashville's Ryman Auditorium.
You helped pull me back from the darkness.
And good news for Outlander fans. Starz Network is developing a prequel series to the hit historical drama titled Outlander: Blood of My Blood. It will follow the love story between Jamie Fraser's parents. In Hollywood, Ashley Dvorkin, Fox News.
Sales may be slightly down in the U.S., but that's not hurting the bottom lines of the top video game developers. Fox's Eamon Dignam has more from New York in this edition of the Fox on Games series.
A new report from market intelligence firm Newzoo shows revenue for the global video gaming market is just shy of $200 billion for the 2022 fiscal year. That's 2% year-over-year increase, with mobile games making up more than half the world market. Regions like Latin America, the Middle East, and Africa all growing larger and expected to grow more. Right now, there are a total of 3.2 billion people playing video games worldwide, but that number is expected to jump 4% to 3.5 billion in the next 3 years. Newzoo also predicts by 2025, revenue should reach $225 billion, coinciding with a gain in esports viewership, which was up almost 9%. Competitive games like League of Legends and Call of Duty powering the esports industry to more than 500 million viewers this fiscal year. China and the U.S. make up about half of all global sales, with Chinese gamers spending almost twice as much as Americans. So pick up those controllers, we're falling behind. In New York, Eamon Dignam, Fox News.
A big horror story worry is now overcome October thanks to a good word of a candy maker. Famed chocolate and treat maker Hershey's does an about-face and says yes, there will be plenty of sweets for Halloween and trick-or-treat. Days ago, Hershey said they would fall short of meeting demand over supply chain issues from the Russia-Ukraine war and labor, but the company says it will prioritize Halloween and the same equipment, making regular inventory that makes the Halloween treats. Halloween is 10% or makes up for 10% of Hershey's sales. Well, switching gears to a more healthier topic now, what you eat could help prevent the onset of Alzheimer's disease. Researchers from some universities in Munich, Japan, and Ottawa say eating leafy greens like kale, spinach, and even broccoli, which has vitamin K, helps human cells and tissues from undergoing a type of oxidation cell death. That cell process helps ferroptosis drive Alzheimer's onset. The new research helps understand how vitamin K is metabolized and could help start new therapies to prevent the oxidation cell death. Meanwhile, the power of the sun can help some skin conditions, according to clinicians, but be cautious to exposure. Health experts at the Cleveland Clinic say certain skin conditions like psoriasis or eczema can actually benefit from sun exposure. But the sun that helps heal is the same sun that can damage. Clinic experts say to limit your time in the sun to a 5 or 10-minute window at a time to avoid melanoma risks. They also say to wear sunscreen and protect using an SPF of at least 30. Doctors also say don't let the sun replace other treatments like light therapy and medications. Well, it's still summer, but Oreo wants you thinking spice is nice now. Oreo is bringing back its pumpkin spice sandwich cookies ahead of you waiting for fall leaves and carving jack-o'-lanterns. The pumpkin spice cookies are like classic Oreos, but they're golden cookies with pumpkin spice flavor in the orange cream. The fall favorite makes its reappearance on store shelves starting on August 15th for a limited time. I don't know if I'm just quite ready for that yet, but looking forward to all of the fall festivities to come. All right, well, that's all for tonight. Thanks so much for tuning in and have a great rest of your evening.